Okay, so a lot of people have messaged me wanting to know exactly what I'm doing. And while I wanted to wait until it was all done and all 100% ready to go, it's taking longer than I thought for several reasons, mostly because I'm having to engineer all of this on my own because I don't want anybody's help, because I don't want anyone to see it before it's done. But now I'm filming this and I'm going to release this video before it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys where I'm at so far, and kind of leading up to it, the little stuff I filmed along the way, and at least get you guys some content out there to see what I'm doing. I've gotten further than what you're going to see in this video, and I'm not going to show you that today. I actually went to Home Depot and got a little bit more material just a minute ago and decided, you know what, it's time to show everybody what's going on, and get you all caught up to speed, and then I can go ahead and post another video and show you hopefully a final product by then. I got the last few things today, I think, the last few things, because of course there's been multiple trips to Home Depot and back, because you know how projects go. So anyways, here's where I'm at so far. Hope you guys like it. There's still more to come, obviously, at the end of all this. So here goes. Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for another delicious edition of Texas Oatmeal. And this is the beginning of the madness build, the deadliest build. Those are maybe hints to what this is going to be. So here it is, day one. I've already taken off, you know, panels, windshield, blah, 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 including the rear panel and roll bars, because those are not going to go back on. Well, roll bars might go back on. I'm not 100% sure of how I'm going to do this yet. The ideas in my head of how I want to do it, what I want to do, but I haven't really figured everything out. I'm just going to kind of wing it. So I've got some metal material to work with to build some things to attach other panels to, because we're not using the stock panels, of course. We are making it where all of that can go back on the car. So everything I'm going to do to this is bolt on, more or less. So it's all going to be stuff you can remove and bolt on the original panels. Only thing that's not going to work, potentially, and I don't know. I think I'm going to have to remove the checkerboard off the nose, I think. I'm not going to use the lower panel. I still need to take that off. And I think I'm going to make a new lower panel, I think. I don't really know. I haven't 100% figured this out yet, right? The problem is going to be this. I mean, these panels are part of the frame. They're, you know, you don't remove them, and it's wrapped. So I could take this wrap off, and when I put the nose back on, it would just skip this part of it. There's going to be some pieces that go on here that won't remove even when I put the old panels back on, because they're going to be attached to this. You know, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to do here. So I'm not going to worry about it right this second. I'm going to take lower valence piece off, set it to the side for now, and then figure out what I'm doing with the wrap on the original pieces later on. That being said, the wrap did have to come off the side because, of course, that was just like a giant piece there that couldn't stay wrapped up. So, you know, if you're new to the channel and you're seeing this for the first time, the old wrap in my previous videos, gone, dead, never again. We're moving on with the new project. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I've got a lot of work to do still. The hood is actually gonna be really, really easy. At least in my head it is. This, I knew it would be complicated for all the window and everything. I knew that was gonna be a nightmare. So that took forever. The left and the right side don't even mirror each other because in typical Vanderhall fashion, it's not 100% the same from left to right. There's a little bit of variation there, which is probably okay in the Vanderhall world. Because, you know, they put their windshield in and they've got a little material that they put in the windshield mounts here that allows for that little bit of play. The problem is when you make a full frame that comes up and needs to meet in the middle and be symmetrical from both sides and everything, if this is off, if this bracket is off even just a degree, well, it makes it way off up here. When I first started making this, that piece, made it all by hand, right? Laid pieces on there, figured out the angles, so on and so forth. So then I thought, cool, mirror this side, make it exactly the same, take my measurements, do it. Literally, I went from here to here, and as soon as I did this angle, the exact same as that angle, that 1 degree difference is all it took. I put this piece on, and it was already way off. It was over here instead of, no, sorry. It was over here instead of here. All right, so this piece, that 1 degree was already off this way. And then I went to put this piece on, right? And it got even worse. And I went, man, this isn't gonna line up. So I just held this piece up here in my hand and went, oh, it's like way off. Like that's not gonna work. So then cut all the way back. I actually had to cut pieces in here to make it right. To change some of it so I didn't change this quite as much. Because as you can see, this lines up with the mount that's underneath there. That mount actually has a little bit of play in it right this second, but so I gotta put my windshield back in before I drill this hole to pull all this together. But anyways, yeah. So not to keep explaining and making this video any longer than it needs to be. It's already probably long enough. Anyways, that's where I'm at. The hood should go faster because it's much simpler. I've just got pieces coming up, over, down. It's 3 angles there, 3 angles here. It's going to slope down. This front piece is going to overlap the back piece by a little bit. So it's going to have like a little lip where it comes over and then comes this way. We'll see how that goes. That's the idea though. I wanted these pieces to overlap because some of the roof pieces are going to overlap themselves. So I wanted that look to go down here. I just think it looks cool. And frankly, it's easier than trying to make perfect edges and seams and stuff, especially out of the plexi that I'm using to do all of this, because I didn't want it to be metal, because metal is really expensive right now. I don't know if you guys know, but very expensive, and the plastic's just, you can manipulate it a little bit more. That's where I'm gonna leave you guys off. I'm sorry, Hank, I know you didn't want to see this. I'm gonna forewarn you before you see this, hopefully, and you won't watch the video if you don't want to see the whole thing until it's done. But that's where it's at. I'm gonna do at least another video of the next few steps, and then potentially, hopefully, a final product. There's another thing that I still haven't talked to anybody about. I say that one person knows, but there's another piece, and no, it's not Chad. There's another piece that is gonna go on the front of this that I haven't really talked about just yet. And then there's some social media stuff that I'm working on that I'm going to put out to kind of show the build process, take people kind of along the journey, and give this thing a name. So maybe you guys can take some guesses at the name of this vehicle. It's not the Batmobile, so stop it. Although there is an image of a bat trike thing that I was looking at that was cool, that kind of inspired me to do all this, but it didn't have gullwing doors or anything, so that was, okay, that part's nuts. Anyways, okay, I've rambled enough. You guys have seen what it looks like. You kind of see the idea of where we're going. So for everybody else that's out there, yeah, so that's where we're at. See you guys next time. Peace.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here.